Hello everyone, this is Sachin Sawant, your UK immigration lawyer. Today I'm going to talk about student visa financial requirement. This was called maintenance in the past. It has been renamed as financial requirement. So, in other words, usually people call it savings required for a student visa, funds required for a student visa, etc. etc. So, the money that you need to show to the government that you can take care of yourself, the course fees, etc. So, how much is that? How is it calculated? I go through most of those areas. So, student visa, maintenance, financial requirement. So, it was called maintenance before, now it is called as financial requirement. So, to start with, I will go into the exemptions, which are the easiest ones. Uh, you don't need to show funds or savings if you are already in the UK and you are applying for the student visa from inside the UK. That is called as permission to stay. Permission to stay. Previously, it was called as leave to remain. Now it has been changed to permission to stay. If you are applying, you already have the visa, and the important thing is you have that visa living in the UK with permission. So that visa should be valid for at least 12 months. Minimum 12 months that visa should have been valid. So for example, if you have any visa that is less than, let's say you did a course or something, you had just 9 months of visa, something like that. So you will still need to meet the financial requirement. If you have permission to stay, so you have permission to stay, in other words, is the visa. So you have a visa in the UK and that visa was given at least for 12 months or higher. Okay, then you don't need to meet the financial requirement, you can straight away apply. Second exception is this is the very specific area. So if you're applying either inside UK or outside UK, entry clearance is outside UK, permission to stay is inside UK. There are only two exceptions. They are very specific to a very small population of applicants. One is if you're applying as a student union sabbatical officer, then you don't need to show the financial requirement. Or if you are applying to study for a foundation program as a doctor or dentist in training. So doctors and dentists, if they are coming to the UK for training purposes and that is the foundation program, they don't need to show the financial requirement. So no savings required for this one, doctors, dentists in training, doing a foundation course, or you are applying to come as a student union sabbatical officer, whether you are applying the application outside the UK or inside the UK. And the second exception is if you are already in the UK with a visa for at least 12 months or higher, then you don't need to meet it. So those are the easiest ones. Now coming to the numbers. I have bifurcated it into, if you're studying at an independent school, residential independent school, that is you are living there, boarding as well, and you are studying there. So you should cover, so either you can just pay and show on the CAS that your fees has been paid, a letter from the school should suffice, the course fees is paid for the full year and the boarding fees is paid for the full year. That is one option. Secondly, you can show statements. I will tell you the statements towards the end. The rules of financial documents is the same. So you need to show the funds that would cover the course fees of that school, independent residential school in the UK, plus the boarding fees. So let's say your course fees is £40,000 and your boarding fees is about £30,000. So let's say if you have 70,000, you are able to show in your bank account, and the statements and all, I'll get into that. So if you show that 70k total in your bank account and at least for 28 days, etc., then you will meet the financial requirement. So you may have to show that particular amount, which is a total of course fees and boarding fees, for 1 year. 1 year you have to cover. It doesn't matter how long your course is. Your course may be longer than 1 year, but you have to show up to 1 year of fees, course fees and boarding fees. That is the smaller part of schools. And the second part is universities, colleges, all other cases other than schools. So universities, if you're coming to study in a university, college, etc., any other institution other than an independent school, then it is bifurcated in two parts. If your school is in London or your school is outside London. The only difference is this in this number. So similar to school, you need to show outstanding course fees. So usually whenever you come to a university or college or other than a school, you will have to pay some part of the fees when you are given the CAS. CAS is like a sponsorship letter, you can call it confirmation of acceptance for studies. That's the technical name. But for your purposes, that's the sponsorship letter. So you apply to a university, they give you an offer. In that, they will say you have to pay this much fees, and then they will issue you the CAS. CAS is that letter. So once you pay that fees, let's say your course fees is £20,000 for 1 year of masters, for example, and the CAS says you have to pay £5,000 to for us to issue you a CAS. So if you pay that, then on that CAS letter only, they will say total fees 20,000, already paid 5,000. So that is what confirms the 5,000 is already paid. So then you have to show the remaining 15,000. So you have to show 1 year of fees, your fees. So let's say if your course is 2 years and your cost is 2 years is say 40,000, but for 1 year of fees is only 20,000. Okay. So you have to show only 1 year of fees, either fully paid, you can pay the whole 20,000 and the CAS will confirm full fees paid. That's fine, but usually people don't do that. They always pay some part of it to secure the admission, secure the offer. So let's say you pay 5,000, it can be any amount. I'm just taking examples here. So let's say you pay 5,000, the CAS will say total fees 20,000, 40,000 for 2-year course, first year fees 20,000, yeah, and the home office is mainly concerned with the 1 year of fees, yeah, so the first year of fees. So say 20,000, out of this 15,000, 5,000 is paid, balance 15,000. So 5,000 is like the CAS itself acts as a receipt that is what you have, you've already paid, you had the money. So the balance 15,000 for the first year, you have to show in your bank account. That is one thing. So total 20 has to be there, either fully paid, half paid, or whatever. It has to be somewhere, either in your bank accounts or in already given to the person. So let's say in my example, if 20k is the fees, that you will have to show or pay part of it, and plus your living expenses. Over here that was boarding fees. So boarding fees usually that is already declared by the school and they confirm it on their confirmations and all. So you would be required to pay to the school. That's how the schools deal with this. However, universities etc., they, for that you have to take care of yourself. So 1334 per month of costing. So you have to show maximum of 9 months of your living expenses. So let's say your course is, if your course is less than 9 months, say 7 months course, then 1334 multiplied by 7. Anything less than 9, then you multiply 1334 by 9. However, if your course is more than 9 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, then the maximum you have to show is 1334 per month. That is how it is multiplied into 9 months. So you have to show 9 months of living expenses. The total comes to 12,006, all in pounds, GBP, and whichever country you are applying from. If you are applying from outside UK, currency conversion is applied from the website oanda.co.uk, oanda.co.uk. So this is the oanda.co.uk. That's where you will find a currency converter. That's what the caseworkers follow. So you can put your currency and see the exchange rate, and it will be taken on the date of application. Be mindful of that when you submit the application. So this is all about in London. The only difference out of London is this number changes from 1334 to 1023. Exactly the same. You have to show 1 year of course fees, part on the CAS, part in your bank accounts. So let's say you are out of London, and over there the only thing difference is because the cost of living is less in outer London, that's why you are required 1023 per month multiplied by maximum 9 months. So the total is, the same rule applies. Course is less than 9 months, let's say 7 months course, you multiply 1023 into 6 if it's a 6-month course. If it's more than 9 months or up 9 months, then you multiply by 9. The maximum you'll have to show is 9207 if you have a 2-year course, 1-year course, whatever that is. So this is the whole summary. Secondly, what all things can you offset from here, can you take off from here? So if you already given some deposit to your university. So this is all about universities only. If you've given some deposit, so universities have accommodation, and also sometimes students may prefer to live in the university accommodation. If you paid any deposit, that deposit will only be adjusted up to a maximum of 1334. 1334. So whatever is the total number that you have to show, the course fees balance plus this 12,000 or course fees balance plus 9207 minus 1334. So if you paid 2,000 deposit, you can only adjust 1334 while calculating your financial requirement. Yeah. So up to a maximum of 1334. If you paid 1,000, then you can adjust 1,000 and show 1,000 less in your bank statements. So that is the adjustment that can be made. Secondly, the fees that you have paid. So in my example over here, when I said the 1 year fees is 20,000, of which 5,000 you paid, either the CAS has to confirm there or a receipt from the college, university or college saying that the fees have been paid. So usually it is confirmed on the CAS. I've always seen that. So if not there, as per the rules, at least there should be a receipt from the college or university stating that 5,000 has been paid. So that's all mainly. Overall, student visa, savings required, financial requirement, and these are the exemptions. Permission to stay. If you already have a visa for 12 months or more, you don't have to show any funds. If you are applying as a student, union, sabbatical officer, or to study in training, you are a doctor or dentist coming to train in the UK, training foundation program, then those are the exceptions where you don't have to show any financial requirement. Maintenance, where the money is required. If you are going to an independent, residential independent school, you pay the show that you have the whole 1 year of fees. Every time it is always 1 year. This is the same thing. Here also it is 1 year. So remember, they are mainly concerned that you should be able to take care of yourself and the course fees, whether it's school, college, university. That is a summary of the whole rules. Up to 1 year, you should be able to take care of yourself. Yeah. And so you show 1 year of course fees plus the boarding fees. Boarding is included in the schools. Secondly, if you are in a university or college or any other institution, other cases than schools. Inner London, outer London. So if you are inside London, cost of living is high. No doubt the same rule of course fees, full 1 year of course fees, show it, pay it, half and half, whatever you can do, you need to have it. And the multiple that is used for your maintenance of living expenses daily, your rent, your food, etc. That's where it comes to 1334 per month into a maximum of 9 months, and the total amount comes as 12,006 GBP. Same thing, copied year, 1 year of fees. If you are your college, it's important where your university is. If your university is in outer London, you can Google and find out where is my university, or type the name of your university. Is it in outer London, inner London? Or you can even speak to your university, whoever you are liaising with, the admissions office, they will tell you. So that's it. So, and the multiple over here is 1023 into maximum 9 months of maintenance if your course is 9 months or more. And the only things that you can set off or take off from this discount, from this calculation, is accommodation deposit. If you paid the uni, then up to 1334 maximum you can set off, or whichever is higher. So if you paid 1,000, then you can set off 1,000. If you paid 1334, then 1334. That is the maximum. However, if you pay 2,000, you cannot adjust 2,000. You can only deduct 1334, and you'll also have to show proof that you have paid, a receipt or something. Fees already paid should be reflected on the CAS or a receipt from the university. Now coming to the bank statements. Bank statements is mainly it's where everyone gets confused about, and many clients ask us these questions. So the way it works is, I'll take an example. If you are submitting your application on 31st of May 2023, okay. So if you are submitting an application on 31st of May, your statement should be dated. So the last date of the statement should be within 31 days from that. So the closing balance, if you have to make it much easier, or you have to generate the statement on earliest on 1st of May. So 31st May you are submitting, within 31 calendar days your statement should be generated, or that is the closing balance should be on 1st of May or later. You can also generate on 15th of May or just on 30th of May. Any date from 1st of May till 31st of May. That is called as 31 calendar days. So within 31 days, you need to generate the statement. The closing balance, let's say you generated on 5th of May. So if your statement is generated on 5th of May, that's where you will have the closing balance, and the money should be there for at least 28 days backwards from 5th of May. So 28 days backwards would be, so if I am taking in my example, you got the closing balance on 5th of May 23, 28 days would be 5 plus 3, so April is 30, and so 22 minus 38, 8 hours. So the fund should be in your account from 8th April 23 onwards. So that is a 28-day period minimum. They can be more than that. They can be from 1st of April, they can be from February, or even from 1 year before. But the minimum period, the money has to be there. In this example is from 8th of April to 5th of May. You generated the statement on 5th of May. That's when the closing balance is. And you're submitting the application latest by 31st of May. Yeah. So that is just my example here. So yeah, 28 days the money should be in the account. And remember, if at all the decision is made later, let's say the date of decision is 15th of June, the money should still be in the account. Be mindful, sometimes they may ask for further statements. It's rare, but yeah, if they do doubt, if there is an issue, the money should be there. Or if at all after the date of application you already paid any of these parts, you will have to show evidence that that money was used for this only. It cannot be used for any other purpose. So remember, ideally you should keep the money till then, or if at all your college or anywhere you have to pay, only pay these things, whatever that is. Course fees, yeah, course fees mainly. If it has been paid for course fees, you kept it for that, then you have to show that. That's it. So that's all about the financial requirement for student visas. This is UK student visa. Okay, student visa. If you do like this video, subscribe to our channel. If you want specific advice about your specific case, then definitely book a consultation with us. We do advise applicants on various matters. If you want any documents to be reviewed, you need any advice, anything you want, full service, you want us to file the application, etc., we can do anything for you. So yes, and if you do like this video, do give us a thumbs up, click on the bell icon so you'll get notifications for more videos. We do create videos regularly, and follow us on various social platforms, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc., LinkedIn. And yes, that's all from me. Thank you very much.